Oh, hey mates, my name is Captain Cordell, and today we're back with another Pixelbox podcast. Now, today I'm joined by my two very good lifetime friends, Chris Magroff and Spancore Glitch. I don't really care who really introduces themselves first. You guys can go in whatever order. I don't really care.
Hello,
What's
I am
up,
Michael.
guys? I am the Chris McGrath, and I have a donut.
I am Microsoft Sam. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining me. But yeah, Spence is on the left, and Chris is in the center. So this is going to be some pretty good stuff. Today we're talking about the recent TF2 economy crash. We're big fans of playing Team Fortress 2. We're not like super into it though. I think I'm like the only really big trader here. But regardless,
Yeah,
we're gonna talk about it.
I see no point in doing that kind of stuff.
Well, yeah, it's kind of like a fun game inside the game. It's
Well,
fun
we're
to
supposed
trade
to say
people.
what we do.
Sure, I mean you can say what you do. It doesn't really matter. You play video games, and I'm gonna be linking your channel in the description below. So
Yeah, I expect you to, especially since me and Magroff here have just I uploaded stream highlights from a Dark Souls randomizer.
yeah, so if that interests you guys, you can check that out. But let's get back on topic. How do you guys feel about the TF2 economy crash? Or here's a better question to start with. If you had the chance to, because I know you two didn't have the chance to, I did, and I totally did it. But if you had the chance to, would you have unboxed some of the crates?
Me?
Yes.
Of course.
I mean, if I had the boxes, I would have. I'm not. I wouldn't. I wouldn't have went out of my way to buy the boxes on the
Yeah.
market to get it.
No. I would have, if I had a box, I would have bought a key and unlocked it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So I unboxed 11 boxes total, and I bought one from the community market because I had like 5 or 6 number 17 crates, and they were selling for like $7-8. So I sold some of those and got some money, bought my Dream Unusual, and then opened a whole bunch of other crates. So yeah, I was that piece of shit. Now let me ask you this: what do you think they're going to do about all the glitched unusuals?
I honestly think there are two ways they could go about it. Knowing it's Valve and the TF team, one is they just keep them in people's inventories as non-tradable. You only if you want to get rid of them, you gotta delete them or make them to a new hat or whatever.
I don't think you can craft it with them.
You can. You can craft any untradeable item.
I don't think mine is craftable right now.
I'm
Anyways, go
pretty
ahead.
sure if you craft with an untradable item,
It just
the
becomes
item you
untradeable.
craft is untradable.
Yeah, that's how
Yeah.
it works. So
But
what
besides,
what you're saying is you want them to make it untradeable, uncraftable.
either untradable and craftable or delete them all.
Okay, I can agree with that. Not the deleting them all.
Well,
I think they should make them to where you can't trade them. You can't trade them or sell them. That would be the easiest way to stop the TF2 economy crash.
yes. I seriously doubt that Valve will delete anything from anyone's inventory, because that's a very, very easy way to get in trouble with a lot of their player base.
Yeah. I mean, me personally, myself, I did open them. Mostly, I didn't believe it was actually working. I thought it was one of those internet hoaxes that had spread overnight. So I got a whole bunch of them. I got like a good amount. You know, I got like a good amount to run the test. I felt like 10 of them was a really comfortable amount. And I should have stopped after 5, but I was like in like one of those big frenzies, and I was like, dude, I gotta open as many as I can. And I will admit, I do feel kind of bad, but I also am one of those people that don't feel like we should have them taken from us. A lot of people are talking about having all the people who unboxed have them all their unusuals taken away, and everyone who didn't unbox be given an unusual Cheers laminate.
Yeah, but that's not really. It's not the player's fault that Valve messed up.
Yeah, I can agree with that, but
It's
So
not
why
the
would-
player.
you can't.
Okay.
Why-
You also can't count on human dignity, right?
Well, and there's no way for them to tell if they were purposely using the exploit or not.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I can agree with that. Like maybe some guy, I don't know how the hell you not know about it. Maybe you just don't like get into Twitter or like YouTube or anything like that, and you just like playing the game.
I mean, I slept through it.
Yeah, I know you slept through it, and then you were at work, so
Yeah. What I was gonna say is though, the first like person who did it, I don't necessarily think it was whoever the first person was doing. I don't think they like told everyone what was happening.
no, I think it was like
There had
found
to be
out.
some person who was tired of seeing the crates, wanted them mass unboxed, and so he just got a ton of keys and did that.
Dude,
He
you
had
think
a
he
lot
did?
of-
You think he was
Now,
like going to
listen,
shoot
listen.
an unboxing video?
Possibly, but he did it with only the number 82 and 85 since 17 wasn't known yet.
Yeah,
Since that was a bit later. He opened all of them, found out, said something about it, and that's what other people got to doing. Now, before that, there has to be a point, because they have to have logs when stuff is open. Right?
yeah,
Or at least there's logs in the person's profile, to which, Steam mostly can see everyone's data of what they unlock, what they get, and all that, achievements and all that.
yeah.
So there has to be a point that they could see when it started, relatively.
Mm-hmm.
A point where a lot of people started going for 82, 85s, unboxing them, buying them, etc., etc.
Yeah.
But then before that, there was probably like a couple that just like opened it once and that was that. Didn't even know.
Yeah.
They just thought they got lucky.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
regardless, it got caught by mainstream media. And here's another thing. You know, a lot of really big TF2 YouTubers. I don't know if I don't think Soundsmith did one, but I know Pyro Joe did one, and I think a couple others. They did like some videos. Oh, Delphi did one too. But they opened some, and what do you think? What do you think is going to happen with them? They're big influencers in the TF2 community, right? They're really big heads. They make videos. They produce content. They're big advocates for the TF2 community. So what do you think is going to happen to them? Because if Valve
Honestly-
deletes all of them, then that's what's going to happen.
Honestly, they can track the date in which an item comes into the inventory,
Yeah,
so it won't be like all of their unusuals.
yeah.
It'll just be the ones that were recently got.
But I feel that all Valve's gonna do is be like a slap on the wrist. Hey, don't do that again.
A lot of people were talking about how everyone unboxed one's going to get a VAC ban and their items are going to be locked up. And I think I read one post where someone was like, everyone should have their unusuals taken away, their items should be locked, and they shouldn't be allowed to play in Valve servers, only community servers.
Now that's just overdoing it.
Yeah, like I said, it's not their fault.
Then again, that also sounds like it's mostly free to play, so we're complaining about it.
Yeah, because they didn't
they didn't buy
have
anything.
the ability
They're
to
stupid little
unlock
free to
anything.
plays.
Okay, but let me ask you this. How do you feel about people saying that I didn't do something, you should reward me for it? You know what I mean?
That's all. That's the
stupid
same-
too.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Reward
Like,
somebody for doing the right thing that
No.
you don't know.
that's called being a upstanding citizen
Well,
when you don't ask for anything.
Well, okay, so whenever they first introduced the drop system for Team Fortress, a lot of people would open the game and leave it to idle, and they'd exploit it like that. But there were some people who would open the game and play the game and get the drop system like that. That's what led them to create the first Cheater's Lamnet. It's a little Halo. You see it sometimes. Anyways, they awarded the Cheater's Lamnet to people who didn't abuse the drop system. And the people who did abuse the drop system, they didn't get any repercussions. They were just like, hey, there's this cool hat that you don't have because, you were exploiting something. We're not going to ban you for it. It's just, we're letting you know. Please don't do that again. And then they implemented like the ban, you know what I mean?
So that's why people are thinking that, like, because we didn't do that, we deserve a cheater's lamb.
Yeah, that's why.
Like that's stupid in my opinion. And if it did happen, what would we even? It's like, no offense, I don't want a halo above my head. I'm an asshole in TF2.
Yeah.
Honestly, I want devil horns.
I mean, you already got that with the Binding of Isaac stuff. Since we can
No, like legit devil horns, not like demon horns.
I want the devil horns that come out of the pyro's eyes.
All right, so let me ask you this: the unusuals that were unboxed, do you really think that Valve should release them to be tradable?
No.
No.
No. Okay.
That will destroy the economy on
I
Team Fortress 2
feel
completely.
differently. I feel differently. Even though I trade very frequently, it's almost on an almost everyday basis, but I trade frequently in the market. I feel like if they were to release them as tradable, then we could use the unusuals and the hats in the workshop, in the Steam workshop, in order to fill that void. So what Valve could do is they could implement more of the unusuals, war paints, more of the hats that are more desirable, and we could introduce more unusuals and rebalance the economy like that.
Now,
Yeah,
let me say
but
this. This would only hurt the part of the economy that's with the unusuals. Like
Well,
other I let me hear me out.
yeah,
Hear
go
me
ahead.
out. All right, so unusuals they would drop, but everything else would still be there as it was. Just unusuals would not. We'd still have prices would still be the same for Australians. Same with war paints as they are right now, and certain exchanges.
Yeah,
This would only hurt the people who only trade unusual.
yeah. Well, some people use unusuals, like lower tier unusuals, like unusuals with like 5, 10 keys. They use those to trade up for bigger items, which is kind of what I was hinting or trying to like push towards. If Valve were to implement a whole bunch of community workshop items, then they could just use the old unusuals as low tier unusuals, and they can use those to trade up for bigger, higher tier unusuals. That's just my thought process, right?
Right.
yeah, but keep in mind that the opinion to keep them or make them tradable is coming from somebody who got to use the exploit and
That too.
now has 10 of them, which it would be value in your.
That's the only reason you say this.
No, no, no. I'm
Well,
also okay with them making them untradable, unmarketable. I'm completely fine with them locking them in my inventory, and the only way I can get rid of them is deleting them. I'm fine with either. But really, I would love to see Valve work with the community more about being adamant, because you got to remember, the community is what made the market. Yes, Valve gave us trading. Yes, Valve gave us the community market, but it's the community that made what it is today. It's we who set the prices. Backpack.tf, people go on there and they vote for prices, whether they should go up in ref, down in ref, whether keys are as expensive as they are. It's we, the players, made that economy. And I'd like to see Valve work more with the player base and update more. I understand that Valve's very busy. I understand that Valve and the Team Fortress team have a lot on their plates. And I understand that sometimes we can be very demanding as a player base. But I'd just like to see the two of us get more in touch and have more of like that developer community kind of relationship.
I like how you're saying it's Valve, but more so it's also the TF team as well.
Yeah, yeah. See, I did
Still
catch myself.
Valve is the thing.
Yeah, I did say Valve and the TF team. It's just when I think of Team Fortress, I think of Valve.
Because Team Fortress is Valve.
It's
Yeah.
Team Fortress is really their only like thing that gets people to come on Steam really anymore, and other certain games. Anything else you could get like on Uplay or Origin.
I don't know. There are lots of really great games on Steam.
But like Steam doesn't have their like stock market of games that they used to. They had when they first started out, they gave the Orange Box, and that was their greatest hits pretty much. Gave us the Half-Life trilogy in the first game.
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck yeah. Okay, Half-Life 1, 2, and then the episodes. It gave us Portal and Portal 2, and then Team Fortress 2.
Yeah.
And Counter-Strike, but I don't talk about Strike.
All right. Before, that's pretty much all I have to talk about. That's all I have to talk about. But let me ask you guys this: if it were to happen with unusual taunts, let's say that if the same thing were to happen again, but with unusual taunts and unusual war paints, do you think it had the same impact? Because
It probably would make everything worse.
in my opinion, the unusual hats are like the highest tier. People always want the unusual hats because you don't have to do anything in order for people to see that taunt or the particle effect, right? Taunts, they're below that, right? People like unusual taunts, but not as much as unusual hats. But unusual war paints, I barely see anyone looking to trade for those because they're hard to trade, right? Yes, they look nice, but you're not going to be able to see that unusual effect unless you're right there either getting shot or doing the shooting.
okay, let me say this. Certain effects for taunts, it depends. Like, Chris here, he has the tornado.
Yeah, he's got the Silver Cyclone.
Yeah, with those together, that works well.
Yeah, it's
So
not
it
it's not a
kinda
very
depends.
desirable effect, but it works well.
It works with that taunt. It depends on the taunt and what particle effect it has.
Yeah. Okay. So like a dancing
Like if
taunt with
Spot,
like the disco, or
yeah,
Spy's
or
disco
when
taunt with the disco ball.
no, I was thinking more like when Spy throwing the money if money was raining down.
Oh, so
The,
like skill gotten gains.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Or is there something that kind of represents what it would do with the Kutsuki kick?
Kind of. The Kutsuki kick. If you had like a disco ball or like an accompanying other like musical taunt or a musical effect, that do it. But what I'm asking is if they dropped another update and it made it to where all like every taunt you unboxed was 100% unusual, do you think it'd still have the same effect?
Possibly.
Because if you look on the Steam community market right now, the taunts are like the lowest. Like the unusual taunts are way below all of the other unusuals.
I mean, they're still worth keys, not fine.
I'm talking about like actual money. I'm not talking about keys.
Oh. Oh. You see, I don't look at it as money. I always look at it with keys.
Keys are refined, yeah. But like I'm talking about like on the community market, the taunts are below the rest of the unusuals. If you go to the community market right now, and you type in unusual for Team Fortress, the first thing you're going to find are unusual flyers for taunts and unusual taunts. And then you're going to get to hats. You're going to get the low tier hats, then you're going to get the mid tier hats, and then you're going to get the high tier hats.
Hats are weird.
Hats are weird. The TF2 economy is weird. TF2 in general is weird.
It's weird how people made an economy over a game that's over
A decade old.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you have to admit, it's absolutely incredible that the community was able to come together and make something as great as this economy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all I've got. That's all my questions. I don't really have much else of anything. So if you guys don't have any questions about anything that we've talked about today, I'm pretty sure we're done. We can wrap it up.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess that'll do us. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to come spend some time with us. Make sure you check out Chris Magroff and Spence down in the description below. They're really cool guys and they do some really cool stuff. And I will talk to you guys, or I will see you guys in the next episode. And as per usual, my name's Captain Quidel, and I'm shipping out.